go ahead with questions.
Any thoughts on the first half? You guys pretty much had your will defensively against them. Anything happen in the second half to change that?
I think in the first half we came out strong. We played how we think we can play. You guys saw that. But that's all. That's a good team. So in the second half, they went in the locker room. Did their thing, and so they executed. And we got to learn how to finish.
Kevin Chief, Challenger Community News. You guys are 1-7. What's the outlook of the locker room? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys still motivated? Tell me about it.
We're in the NFL. This is week by week. You lose games, you win games. It is what it is. You move on to the next week. So that's what we're doing every week.
What was happening with Cole Beasley in that second half? It looked like they went to him an awful lot and they were effective with it.
You probably got to ask them because they were executing. They were throwing him the ball. So they were finding him in open gaps, and that's what it is.
I really don't know. I have to watch the film to be able to really see it. But, they just started making plays, started driving. They made adjustments, and they did a good job. It's a good football team over there. So, we fought hard, but just didn't do enough to win.
Just what happened there at the end between you and Josh?
Football's a tough game. Got a lot of alpha males. It's competitive. It gets chippy. Stuff happens. I got no hard feelings against Josh. That's my guy. Just competitive game. Things happen.
It seemed like you guys squared it away after the game. You guys, said hello to each other after. Is that what happened?
Yeah, like I said, it's a competitive game. Things happen all the time throughout the course of the game. Just part of what comes with it.
Christian, being so close against the Bills after not being so close the previous times you played, still how disappointing is this game still for you guys?
There's no moral victories, whether it was whether we lost by 1 or lost by 100. I mean, there's no moral victories. And obviously you get a little disappointed because, we all work so hard. We spend a lot of time around each other, trying to build something, trying to, each week preparing. We barely get to see our family, our friends. We're locked in during the season. So for those reasons, it's obviously disappointing a little bit. But, because you always want to win. You always want to, no matter what you do, you always want to see the fruits of your labor. But I refuse to be miserable. I'm not going to duck my head. I'm sure that's what a lot of people want us to do. A lot of people are looking for us to do, but I'm not going to do that. I love this game of football. I love this team. And I'm just going to keep bringing it each week. And that's what it is. So that's what it is.
In that sense, how do you approach the final however many weeks of the season knowing you've lost 7 straight?
Like I said, I refuse to be miserable, and I'm going to attack each day like it's a new day. And that's how I approach life. That's how I'm going to approach this game. Because we can still finish strong. There's still a lot of football left. So like I said, I would just refuse to be miserable because I do enjoy this. I do love playing football. I love playing with my teammates. Love competing. So I'm just going to come in every day with the right mindset and attack each day like it's a new day.
Christian, Kevin Chief, Challenger Community News. The first half, you guys, your defense was playing solid. The second half, what got away from you?
Like I was saying earlier, I mean, I really don't know exactly, but like I said, they're a really good team. So, they got good players, and we knew it was going to be a 60-minute battle, and that at no point we could get comfortable, because, like I said, they're a good team and they're going to make plays.
Moving forward, what's the outlook of the locker room as far as your defense?
Like I said, just going to keep attacking each and every day. 24-hour rule in the NFL. Tomorrow's a new day. And, just try to get a win next week.
Was it frustrating that holding this team at 3 points for offense, even in the third quarter, 3 points, that it didn't result in any lead?
Say that last part again?
That it didn't result in any lead to hold this potent offense to 3 points, even in the third quarter?
I mean, like I keep saying, they just made plays, and they're a good football team. And we just didn't make enough plays to win.
You guys drop them back. Some of the defensive tackles were dropping back. Some of the defensive tackles were dropping back. Coverage more today. Was that a new wrinkle or something different?
We're just doing what the game plan asked for. So just following the script. If a play calls for that, that's what we got to do.
Christian, do you believe in team offense? Do you guys think offensively you guys can, be competitive with other teams?
Absolutely. I know those guys. I know those guys work hard too. I know what I see every day in practice. And I got a lot of confidence in this team. Period. That a lot of these games could easily have turned in our favor. I mean, yeah, we're 1-7, but a couple games could have gone this way or that way. That's just how the league goes.
Christian, you were giving up 3 points for so long into the game. What was going well for your defense at that point, and what was the feeling of the silence of all defensive players, knowing you were playing so well?
We were just competing, working hard, following the game plan, and that's what we try to do each and every week and each and every day and each and every play. Just everybody's just doing their job, and like I said, they were able to just make plays, and we just weren't able to make enough plays.
Thanks, Christian.
Yeah.
tight as hell to me.
Xavier, you guys were able to have some success against them in the first half. What were some things that were working for you guys early?
We had some great play calling, man, from the coaches, and I think we was getting back to what we was doing last year with the coverage we was playing.
And then in the second half, they had 3 third-down plays and 2 third-down plays that didn't go your way. What were some things that were not happening for you guys?
We couldn't get off the field, so on third down, we expect to get off the field and get the ball back to the offense, and we couldn't do that today.
As you said, it was getting back to what you were doing last year. In what way?
Just on the coverage calling.
Like just more man heavy.
Yeah.
Can you break down the touchdown to Diggs?
Right.
Can you break down the touchdown to Diggs?
I was a good play calling and from the offense. They do a lot of great play calling over there. So using cover 0 and came down tight split and just ran a bang eight.
Do you guys feel like you get enough from the offense each and every week to kind of go toe-to-toe with these other teams?
I feel like it's on all 3 phases. We gotta make plays. Everybody has one. We just got everybody from all 3 phases got to make plays.
What happened to play before the touchdown when Beasley drew that pass? What was going on there? Where you
I think it was a screen and go. So I ended up seeing the screen and go and ended up just trying to make a play on the ball.
What's the vibe in there right now?
The vibe, man. We just got to stick together in that. We got to keep good practices. We just got to keep going.
With such with as well as you guys played through the first 2.5, 3 quarters, what can that do for your team's confidence moving forward as you try to stick together?
I feel like we can compete with the big dogs, and that's a great team over there. They got great players over there. I say we just got to keep being consistent and making plays.
Mike, can you walk us through that play right before half?
Just miscommunication. That's all it is. He's got to be better with that.
Were you telling Water to stay on the other side of the field?
Yeah, there's just some misalignment. We just got to get lined up.
And with Robert doing it was a silent count, I'm sure, so Robert was telling the center to snap the ball.
Correct.
I guess outside of miscommunication, why was that so disappointing?
That's all it is. Yeah, that's just miscommunication, and we just got to be able to line up and not make negative plays against ourselves.
So it looked on the replay like the ball hit you in the chest.
Correct.
What I want to ask you is what was going through your mind as
Get the ball. Try to get the ball. Do whatever you can to get the ball. We got points right there. I mean, obviously, there's a chance to get points at the end of the half, and we don't get them. So that's all 11. It's not one guy. It's not 2 guys. It's all 11 guys. We got to get lined up right. We got to snap count, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of been the story so far, man. Because we got a lot of talent. We got a good football team. And I say every week to you guys, man, we're that close, and that's how close we are.
What was the mental effect of that play on the team going into halftime?
We were fine. We bounced back.
Just for clarity's sake, you were not expecting the ball, like you're not expecting to snap the ball, right?
Do I look like a jet sweep type of player?
Keep people on their toes.
No.
Mike, what do you think of Tua's performance today?
Good. I like playing with Tua. I think he's tough as nails. He bounces back. I think everybody's probably writing us off at the start of the fourth quarter, and we go down there and get a drive, get a 2-point conversion, convert on a 4th down. He steps up in the pocket, makes plays, quarterback sneak for a touchdown. So people are going to talk bad about him. People are going to, say all the negative stuff. But Tua is just going to keep coming to work. He's going to keep doing what he has to do, and I'm going to keep supporting him week in and week out.
Tell us about that 4th down play with 40 for him.
I say it every week. Just got to make the most of the opportunities when they present themselves. I had an opportunity, and I made the most of it.
Mike, why is it that this offense, it seems like there's no passes really, or not, excuse me, not no, but very, very few passes longer than 15, 20 yards being thrown?
When we got it in the playbook, we call them. Some defenses take it away. I don't know if I'm really the right guy to ask that question for.
Mike, can you walk us through that completion on 4th down and 40-yard catch?
Yeah, that was what I just said. So, I mean, every week I say the same thing to you guys. You just got to make the most of the opportunities when they present themselves. That was an opportunity on 4th down. Made the most of it. Tua gave a great ball, like I just said, stepped up in the pocket, made a big play on fourth down, gave me an opportunity, and if I have an opportunity to make a catch, I got to go up and get it. And we were able to score a touchdown on that drive, get a 2-point conversion, and kind of get some momentum going back our way. So.
The start of the second half, you were trying to get, it looked like, you're trying to get people lined up properly. Why were there issues today?
I wish I had that answer for you. We just, like I said earlier, miscommunication. Not getting lined up right. Maybe it was not hearing personnel. I don't know what it was, honestly. But like I said earlier, it's not one guy, it's not two guys, it's all 11 guys. We all got to take that responsibility, take that accountability, and we gotta come back on tomorrow, learn from everything, and Wednesday have the best practice of the year. Thursday have a better practice. Friday have an even better practice. Have a phenomenal week of preparation to put us in position on Sunday to get a win, because that's what we need right now.
Thanks, Mike.
Good, Austin Ryder here.
Tight squeeze.
Also, can you take us through the snap that ended up ricocheting off of Mike Gesicki and a fumble loss?
Sure. Yeah, I think that was just a miscommunication on the offense. It's not on one person. It's just an offensive mistake there, and it's something that can't happen, especially down there in the red zone. Going in to score, great field position. Just a mistake that we made.
So was the timing of the whole play off by a misalignment? And then is that sort of like Robert thought he was giving you the correct time to snap it, but the timing of the whole thing was off?
So I'll be honest. I haven't looked at it yet. It wasn't really much of a discussion. I kind of moved on from that. I'm not 100% sure. So it's going to be tough for me to give you a direct answer for that right now.
What was the impact of that play psychologically on the team, would you say?
I think you and the fans probably felt that. It's. I played a lot of football, and when those types of things happen, that's why it's important to move on, regroup. But there's always highs and lows in the game, and it's extremely tough when you shoot yourself in the foot like that, especially close to the end of the half.
There were a few plays people had alignment issues. Any common ground that problem?
It's tough for me to say. As far as alignment goes, I'm the closest one on the ball. Everybody else is offset unless a receiver's on the line. So when I'm looking at a defense, it's almost like him standing here for me. So it's hard for me to see that. And we've got so much going on in the game, pressures-wise, what they're doing on defense. So, for an offensive line, we take care of what we do in the game. And as far as alignment goes and things like that, I don't know what happened.
Without the benefit of reviewing the film, what is your sort of first blush feeling about how the offensive line as a group performed in today's game?
Not well enough. We lost, so there's really no moral victories. But I would say that there's always positive things we do. You gotta take some on the chin, and this is one of them. But I think moving forward, you have to improve on what you do well, and you definitely have to correct what you've done wrong and things that you're not doing right. But today's performance probably, I'm sure there'll be some things in film that we'll see that we liked doing, and there's going to be some things that we didn't.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, miscommunication, with getting guys set and then obviously the game clock going down. It was just bad football there, bad operation. So
how would you describe your game today?
it wasn't up to par. That's what I would say. We obviously didn't win, so it's kind of how I judge a lot of how we do, not just myself, but offensively. It's kind of how we judge, our game. It's based off the outcome.
Why were there problems getting players into the proper alignment?
Different personnels, different groupings. It's tough in a loud environment, and we knew it's kind of what was gonna, give us some problems. Is just trying to communicate and getting that. Some guys are hearing different things, and that's just something we got to fix.
So I think you said when you first got back from IR that this team needed to do a better job getting its playmakers involved early. With Devontae's first game back, how do you feel like you guys accomplished that?
Well, I think we could have did a lot more with that, with incorporating Devontae and then Mike, some of our other guys. But this is a good defense. They know where their problems are. They know who our playmakers are as well, and they play really sound, really physical up front, and there's not need for much communication, in the back end for them. So, it's a veteran group, and they make it tough, for teams to play against them.
On that play just before the half, was Waddle supposed to go in motion? Was he supposed to set up on the right side to begin with?
Yeah. Like I said, just miscommunication. We were supposed to get guys set, but obviously just the miscommunication of this is what I heard from, me, and I got to do a better job communicating that out to, our tight ends so that they can communicate it out to the receivers and so forth.
So this is another week where you guys are right here. So this is another week where you guys are able to move the ball first drive, second and third quarter, really can't convert. Obviously, at the end of the first half, you were able to get down to the red zone. But is it something during the week where maybe you guys are keying in on something? What's the reason why there's just these lulls in the middle of the game and then you're able to move the ball late?
I don't know. I wouldn't question anything that we do throughout practice. I think we work really, really hard. We work extremely hard. We prepare extremely hard as a team. Unfortunately, it hasn't been going our way and, the way we wanted to. But just got to keep going.
Two of the completions that you're seeing for 40-yard passes, that was your longest, in the NFL so far. Why are there so few instances where you're throwing longer than 15, 20 straight yards?
That's what I'm given as far as guys that are open. If it's not a matchup that I like outside, and I want the play to develop, I'm going to take what the defense gives me. I'm not going to try to force anything. And then obviously the interception, just trying to push the ball downfield, to try to give us a shot to either kick a field goal or score a touchdown. So
what's the mood like in the locker room? How's everybody feeling?
Well, it's tough when you lose. That's what I'd say. It's tough when you lose. But like I've said in previous interviews, the guys are a great bunch of guys, and no one's keeping their head down. Just got to keep going. So we'll come in tomorrow, see what we need to clean up and fix, and we'll go from there.
So what do you feel like you need to do I know you said you're confident in your place on this team, but what do you feel like you need to do to just really cement your status as this future quarterback of the future?
Well, I don't think I have to do anything beyond the means of what, the play gives me. So I'm not going to go out there and try to be a hero every play. If the play tells me to hand the ball off, that's what I'm going to do. If the play tells me to read, a defender, that's what I'm going to do.
Trade deadline Tuesday. Do you have any thoughts on what will play out?
I really don't. I haven't even thought of that. So.
All these rumors of the last months, even earlier this year, you got 2 more days, I guess, to kind of let it sink in or let it fester some more. How do you kind of approach the next few days before the week comes up?
I think you approach it the same way you approach any game. I mean, I don't think this trade deadline, to me, really means anything. You know, I'm going to continue to work my butt off, you know, in our meetings and try to see the things that we can fix to help us win, you know, this upcoming week. So, thanks, guys.
Yeah, just miscommunication, lack of execution. Obviously, it was a big play in the game. We've struggled at the end of halves with turnovers, and unfortunately, we got one, again today. And we, lost out on points that ended up being big points in the game.
And then after that, you guys came out, 3-0, I think 3 times in
Yeah.
the quarter. Do you think that has some lasting effect for you guys?
Look, our guys, they bounced back. I think it was, more execution on Buffalo's part and lack of execution on our part. Got to give them credit. We at the end of the day, especially in the second half, we didn't move the ball efficiently enough, especially those first 3 drives. Got to go on that 4th drive, I believe. We might call the long ball on 4th down, but just didn't make enough plays.
Since we're on that play, you were going to call time. You came down to the official like
Yeah.
you might call time out.
Yep.
What were you seeing?
I went down there. I saw us lined up and in position to motion. I looked at the clock. Looked like we had enough time. And then, between the snap, it hit Mike, and it was just a bad play.
There were other plays where players had trouble getting into the right alignment. Was there a common thread in any of this?
Yeah, just overall miscommunication.
From two to players, or
I mean, it's everyone kind of plays a role in that. You never want to put it on one guy, but getting the call, getting the alignment, getting the shift, getting the motion, with the crowd noise, just we didn't execute, and I think we ended up kind of going to more just standard formations with less shift and motion and later in the game.
What do you think of Tua's play today?
Again, I know there's some plays he wishes he had back. The one before the half for sure, and then the interception. But he made some good throws. I thought we moved the ball decently in the first half. Got some first downs in the run game. Threw some good balls to Parker, and got Gesicki on that 4th down. I thought he did some good things, but overall not enough.
What's your message to the team at 1-7? Obviously, playoffs are always an aspiration, but at 1-7, pretty much the halfway point of the season. What are you telling players?
I'm telling them to. I thought the guys fought. It's a good team. I thought they fought. I thought they played hard. I thought they played with a great effort. But we got to make more plays, And I think it's things that we can definitely get fixed. I mean, a shift in motion and just an alignment error. Some other things, that we missed in the game, some misalignments defensively as well. We just, if we can do some of those things on a more consistent basis, it'll definitely go a long way, and to have the results we want.
What do you think the disconnect is from you two? I know you're getting tired of that, answering questions about what's the margin from week 2 to week 9. What do you think the disconnect is?
I mean, I think it's something different really every week. I think it's, drops, not getting aligned, not having enough guys on, defensively. I know that happened one time. Just overall miscommunication.
Brian, how does your post-game routine differ maybe after a loss than it would after a win?
I mean, as far as watching the game and going through that routine, nothing really changes. There's always, good plays, bad plays, good calls, bad calls, things you kind of wish you do a little bit differently. So, it doesn't really change. I think, there's always things that you wish you would have done better, win or loss. But obviously in a loss, those plays, those calls, those situations for players and coaches, it's something you sit there and go, hey, if we'd have done this, this, and this, we may have a different outcome.
What about immediately? About immediately after a game, what's your routine after the game? You speak to the team, or?
Yeah, speak to the team, tell them my thoughts on the game, and go talk, to our trainer and talk about some, injuries and how guys are doing, and that's really the routine.
Was there, given that normally we speak to you before most of the players, and today later, is there anything we should know? Did you have like an extended talk with the team, or anything that you could tell us?
Like always, my conversations with players I try to keep them confidential. Players, coaches, I keep them confidential. So, there's always conversations. Today I really just kind of sat there, sitting there. It's a tough loss. It's a number of losses in a row. So, I just figured we'd let the players go.
Were there conversations with Steve Ross or Chris Reed after this game?
Yeah, I always talk to Steve and Chris after the game. But again, those conversations are, between them and I.
Well, do you have, after the start, do you have any concerns about, you got security or moving?
I'm just worried about the players. I'm worried about the players. I'm worried about getting them better, helping them improve. So no.
It was mentioned on the CBS broadcast that Preston Williams did not come due to discipline. Can you tell us anything about his future?
Yeah, we didn't, for disciplinary reasons, he wasn't on the trip. Obviously, we'll revisit that in the morning and talk through it, but I expect him to be with us.
Well, with the trade deadline coming up, are you guys a quarterback away here? Are you guys going to make a trade, or do you think you stand pat and not doing it?
Like I said, Tua's our quarterback. Tua's our quarterback.
Beyond that, what about the other direction? At 1-7, is there any, pressure from the front office to start offloading players and become sellers at the deadline?
Yeah, those are conversations, I'll have with Chris, tomorrow. But that's, right now I'm really kind of focused on, the game we just had, the, things we need to improve on and get better to turn this thing around.
Question.
Thank you, guys.